And so we're at Appomattox today. We're going to show you around a little bit, kind of give you some tips and tricks on how to get here. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, so first thing I'm going to say is pack a lunch because there's not too much around here to go find a place to go eat. So I highly recommend bringing some food, but let's go take a look inside. So one of the things, you probably just saw some shots of the McLean House. One of the things we just learned while we were here, the National Park guides, they do take a lunch break. So it was 11:45 and we were in the visitor center and heard them announcing, oh, they're going to be closing up the McLean House here for a lunch break for quite some time. So we ran over here to get some quick shots inside, but I asked the park ranger, he said about 90 minutes. So just something to think about if you're coming out here right around lunchtime. Some of the stuff might be closed for lunch break. There's a little museum inside the visitor center. Pretty cool. Gives a really good depiction and kind of timeline of what happened in there and everything like that. And then actually one of the most accurate depictions and paintings of what the signing actually looked like. You see a lot of different pictures out there, them sitting at the same desk, standing across the room shaking hands. The one depiction that actually has them sitting at separate desks, looking at each other kind of from across the room is probably the most accurate. It was pretty cool. So another good tip we just learned from the park ranger, if you're looking for stamps for your little national parks passport books, if you collect those stamps, the stamps aren't actually in the visitor center. It's behind the visitor center in like the mercantile store. So I'll show you where that is. One tip for you, if you want to see the spot where General Grant and General Lee actually met, and General Lee was later kind of given the salute as they were leaving, walk all the way down to the end. Don't hang out just by the buildings, but actually follow the path where it looks like you're kind of going off to a distance. And there's a marker, I'll show it to you, where it actually says this is where General Grant and General Lee first met, I think on their initial ask for conditions of surrender. So don't miss that. So one thing to know before you come to Appomattox, there's actually more than just the McLean House, which is the McLean House is where the surrender actually happened. The local area is actually called, this village is called Appomattox Courthouse. So it's not a courthouse where they surrendered, it's the McLean House. The area is called Appomattox Courthouse. The McLean House is where the surrender happened. There's lots of other buildings. Appomattox Courthouse, easy to find. You can Google it. Easy parking. In fact, if you have an RV or something like that, they actually have some RV parking. Pack yourself lunch. There's nothing, no place to eat here. I don't see any sort of like little place to get food. Nothing really that close by because we're out kind of in the middle of nowhere. Make sure you look at all the buildings. There's a lot of stuff here. Walk all the way down to the end. You can see where Grant and Lee met one of the times, talking about the terms of conditions of surrender. If you come in the springtime or the summer, bring some bug spray because there's gnats flying around everywhere. If you're interested on some more of the history and in depth, you can watch this video right here. We'll talk to you next time.